Hi Libras, hoping that you're all well. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're one of my amazing subscribers, thank you for being here. And even if you're not, that's okay. You can hit the button, it's free, get your energy moving throughout the channel. I'm hoping that you're all well, and I'm hoping that you're coming into this new year with a renewed sense of strength if you were challenged in 2021. Please note that these are general messages, so they won't resonate for everybody. Just take what does, leave the rest. Because, of course, not every Libra is going through the same thing, right? So I'm trying to reach a lot of you, but again, sometimes the message just isn't for you, and that's okay. Don't try to make it fit. Leave it for the person who it is for, okay? And that doesn't mean that yours won't come up. I mean, I try to get these readings out now, or well, I'm definitely trying to get them out once or twice a week for you guys. So let's see what we got going on. So in your energy, it looks like there has been a little bit of conflict, but you're getting some divine guidance. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but in the energy around you, it looks as though you do have some water influence. A lot of water influence. Are you kidding me? Two of Raphael. So that's like the Two of Cups in the normal deck. So the big situation here is some kind of relationship, okay? That relationship could be with a coworker, it could be with a lover, it could be with a family member, it could be with someone who's coming into your life, okay? Maybe you've been waiting, maybe you've been manifesting, because it's like this divine guidance also has something to do with the search for a meaning in life and considering an alternative approach. So perhaps if you're on a spiritual journey and you're looking to get some answers, a good idea here might be to seek out this person, but this person isn't far. Maybe you've already met up with them. We're going to keep going here. But it's, yeah, surrounding yourself with wise teachers and friends, people that are good to you, people that understand what it is, you know, two hearts that are dedicated to creating something wonderful, like kindred spirits. And it's also about not giving up on those that you love. But this person has a love of home and family, okay? They're very trustworthy. They could be quite psychic. They're very nurturing, that I see. But let's keep going here. Hoping that the weather is decent where you're at. I'm up in Canada and the sun's come out, which is good because it's been really heavy in the minuses. So what was it, last week we were in minus 30 something. Can you even fathom that, where your nostrils freeze shut? Sorry, I'm also getting over bronchitis, which would make sense with all of this very cold weather. Okay. I'm starting to understand. Okay. I don't know if this camera even allows you to see everything, but that's okay. Wow. Double Queen of Cups. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I might take all three of these because they all want to come out. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to read this as your energy, the energy around you, and then the situational energy, okay? You could be dealing with somebody who's a lot more sensitive than you. Maybe you're in a relationship with somebody like that. They're emotionally more sensitive than you are. And that would make sense because you are an air sign. So you're very much that of the intellect and that of logic and reasoning. What I'm seeing here is that you were experiencing some challenges in the past, and it was something in terms of a new clarity that this person got in mind, and maybe they communicated it to you. Maybe they felt as though they were being controlled in some way, shape, or form. And I say that because you've got control here under the Two of Cups. So someone may have been a little greedy. Someone may have been very extreme, like they could have given a lot of love in one moment and then not in another. Someone could be withholding love, and it's possible it might be you because of challenges that you've had in the past. You could be afraid of a connection with somebody, and I feel like they're trying to get you to open up, but you've got your boundaries up, or you've had your boundaries up in the past. And I think that the reason why you kept your boundaries up, and you can switch the energies if you'd like, but I think the reason why you kept your boundaries up and so intact is because you were trying to control the situation. You were really trying to control the situation. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be when it becomes extremes, right? So if you were trying to protect yourself, and with this 5 here, my eye keeps going to it, it's almost like there was maybe even conflicts in terms of beliefs or idealisms. And you may have wanted something your way, or you saw it in a certain way, and this person saw it in a different way. And I feel like you felt as though you had to stand up for yourself. I also feel like maybe there were people around you who could have been feeding you different idealisms, or maybe something you were taught and that you've always lived by. You could be at that point where you're learning now that despite whatever it was that you were taught, it doesn't work in every situation. And that's a real biggie. I remember having to figure that out on my own, and it was so confusing because to me, I would think, oh, the way I see it is the way I see it, and end of story. But the thing is no. What I learned is what works in one situation doesn't work in another. I can give you an example, especially with this challenges and 7 of Wands. So I was always raised to be nice to people, to go out of my way for them, to spread love, to, sacrifice my own happiness kind of thing. That's what I was always taught. That was from some of the religious people, which this also speaks to religion too, or organizations for that matter. But I was always taught that I had to give so much. But what happened was I would attract people who could read me like a book that would like to take advantage of me. So those people would continuously either bully to get their way, or especially emotional vampires, right? Like they loved seeing me upset. So they would push me to the point of tears, or push me to the point of, exhaustion, because they always wanted something, and then I'd have to stand up for myself. So I feel like the kindness didn't work all of the time. Instead, I had to learn that I have a shadow self, and that shadow self stands up for me. It is that voice inside that comes up to deal with the darkness that I faced. And what it taught me is just like this ace, there is light and dark, and we can't just focus on the good. And that's what I would do wrong. I'd focus on the good in people and say, everyone's good, everyone's wonderful. And maybe at the core they are, okay? Maybe at their soul level before they come to earth, they are. But we're dealing with their physical aspects. And the physical aspects of human beings are things that get complicated. There's a light and a dark side of us all. So some people are very selfish. They don't feel. They don't have empathy. They don't have emotions. Selfishness. Here it is. They like to control a situation. And in a situation like that, it's usually because of their own hurts and pains, but they're not conscious of their dark side. And so they get pushy. So I had to learn, in some situations, I need to A, raise my voice a little louder because I've asked them 5 times nicely and they're not listening. B, I've had to learn that, you know, there's a fight inside of us because sometimes it's required. But what I'm getting is that you may have had to fight a lot and stand up for your beliefs in every situation. But I feel like somebody around you is trying to say, look, you know, I get it. I get that something hurt you and you have your defenses up and that you're going hard against whatever challenges you faced. But the thing is that I want a victory with you. I want to break down these walls with you. I feel like this person sees that you've been through some pain, and I don't think that they want to hurt you. I think with their understanding nature and their kindness and their giving aspect, I feel like they want to be there for you. They want to show up. But because you've been so used to having to stand up for your point of view or not fold on your belief systems, I think that that's causing this divide between two people. But the thing is that this person as well, their belief system is that they can make you trust them and be open in the moment. But the thing is that they can't. And I feel like there is love between the both of you. However, like, I feel like you both care about each other a lot, but there's this person, because of their sensitivity, is feeling a little bit off put because of the way that you're pushing them away. Does that make sense? And it's not a bad thing. This has come from struggles in the past. So what I really like about this situation is that in this moment, and what I think is so beautiful on your behalf, is that you are in a growth period. You know you need to make a choice, and this is an emotional choice, a choice about happiness, you know, a choice about what it is that you want in your life. There's been many options, and perhaps that's what's been a little bit scary, is do I make a decision, right? But what I love is that the star energy is here. Could be dealing with an Aquarius too, doesn't have to be. Could be dealing with a Scorpio because you have the Tower here. But what I love is that there's this hope and there's this healing energy that's coming in. And this is in the present. So I feel this in the past was going on. Somebody may have pulled back their emotions in order to get their way. And then someone said about it, but now here in the present, I think it's that you're starting to see that you want to heal this relationship because you don't want it to end. And I don't think that they do either. However, because this person can be sensitive, they may have turned their back a little bit and they may have closed off as well, right? So you can see how the two are kind of butting heads. And because of that, it doesn't seem like there's love in the connection, but there is, and it starts with self-love. So if both of you know your worth, and if both of you looked at it from a point of, we can heal this connection, it can be done. So I feel like you're looking at how to figure this out, because I don't think you want it to completely end with this person. I don't. But this person in the present, I feel, has kind of emotionally closed off right now, and they're focusing on themselves and their emotional state because they're feeling unloved. Okay? And I know that's hard to deal with, especially if you're very much a cerebral sign. Like, I mean, air signs are, again, they're about thought and intellect and such. They're not the, I don't really see a lot of air signs who are very lovey-dovey and emotional, right? Like, they're very logical, and they're very, especially Libras, they're very balanced, right? But dealing with somebody that has these types of emotions, they could get hurt over any little thing. Okay? So this person may feel, from what I'm seeing in the present, that you don't love them very much, which I don't think is the truth. But nonetheless, what's beautiful is what I'm seeing in the near future here. You're figuring this out. You are figuring this out. And I feel like you're going to be making a choice to work on this connection, because you have the Eight of Pentacles here. Dedication. Dedication to figuring it out. Dedication to, you know, working together. Because I think now, maybe if you've sought out, you know, this psychic information or this help, I think you're starting to see that this person truly does love you. They love you. They're not out to hurt you. And that this is a time for growth. This is a time for growth, so that you can recognize what it was that was standing in your way and continuing to cause you heartache. So it was like this pattern, right, of feeling like you had to keep a guard up of some extent, or even if this means that you look at something differently and say, okay, you know I always said that chocolate is the best flavor, but you know, maybe vanilla is pretty good too. And it's like you're learning to cooperate now. Okay? And this person, they love you. They love you. That's what I'm seeing. So you have this Three of Swords in reverse, which is good. You guys, they're going to come out of their heartache the second that you reach out and that you recognize. And I have this feeling that you're going to be saying, look, I know sometimes I'm not as emotional as you. I know sometimes that I don't feel things as deeply as you. I recognize that you do. But I want us to have this stable, happy home. Okay? Freedom from strife and problems. And what I see here is coming together and reaching a milestone. Being happy, being content, feeling secure in this connection where both are giving equally. Okay? So I love this because it's going to heal. And what I'm really getting a sense of too, and I just felt it in my heart space, is that you guys are dedicated. So that's what this card is. There's something very beautiful about the strength here. And this Seven of Wands, being dedicated to make it work even through challenges. You both have this dedication together. And maybe that's what you needed to hear. Maybe you needed to hear that this person is as dedicated as you are. Okay? But they just experience life emotionally versus you, who experiences it possibly, you know, more cerebrally, like in the mind. Okay? But I see this beautiful balance coming. And they're going to put you on a pedestal. They are seriously going to put you on a pedestal. And why? Because they're going to realize, too, the dedication and the effort that you put in to really looking at where you could be more flexible. Okay? And they love that. They love that. This person sees so much in you. This person sees you as the absolute victor. And you even have victory back here. They see you as a champion. They put you up on such a pedestal, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe because you don't get so much into your heart space, you don't even realize how much this person loves you. Because the way that this Queen of Cups is looking at this situation, I'm getting this, don't you see, Libra? Don't you see how much I love you? Why don't you see this? Why don't you see that I'm not your enemy? Why don't you see that you're everything to me? And I just don't think they know how to communicate it properly. Hence, that's this Ace of Swords. Like, they don't know how to communicate to you that they want you to open your heart to them. Okay? So maybe they sit around and they wait. But in their waiting too, and they're not communicating it properly, that's where they start feeling rejected. But I think that that's all going to change now, which is absolutely beautiful. So that's what I've got for you, Libras. I hope you have the most amazing rest of your day. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. And good on you. Whoever you're dealing with, like, good on you guys. That's courage right there. All right. Have a great one, you guys. See you soon. Bye.